Namaste and Tashidalik. In recent times, there has been a lot of controversies going on in the media and social network in the aftermath of the Nepal unrest spearheaded by the youth organization called Gen Z, which resulted in the toppling of the then government headed by the Prime Minister P.T. Oli. After the unrest, a new interim government was formed headed by the Chief Judge of Nepal's Supreme Court, Honorable Sushila Kargi, as a new Prime Minister. But allegations and counter-allegations on who started the unrest, which resulted in the loss of about 20 precious lives and vandalism of government buildings and properties worth millions, has not subsided. The situation has become murkier as there has been a lot of mudslinging between different groups heading towards a dangerous turn in the history of Nepal. The latest development of the activities of TOB and issue related to Ms. Tashi has become even more alarming. Some media house pointed out their finger towards the West for instigating and funding the movement. Along with it, the NGO called Free Tibet has been dragged into it. As a result, Tibetan refugees are being targeted and victimized, and some media persons are even hinting towards His Holiness the Dalai Lama for the mess. Such a baseless allegation towards the world's greatest apostle of peace, who always teaches ahimsa, tolerance, universal brotherhood, and oneness of humanity, is truly condemnable. These reporters and some commentators have heard the sentiments of millions of people around the globe, and more so to the people of the Himalayan region living in the borders of Tibet and Nepal, irrespective of their citizenship. Nepal and Tibet had lived peacefully for centuries, respecting each other's culture, religion, language, and way of life, and will remain like that till the world ends. Though only 2% of Tibetans have come into exile in the aftermath of Chinese forceful occupation of Tibet in the year 1959, and sought refuge in India about 100,000, in Nepal about 40,000, and in Bhutan about 4,000 to 5,000. Majority, 98% of Tibetans are still in Tibet. We have to understand that the geographical border between Nepal and Tibet will never change, and people-to-people relationship will have to remain as it is, no matter whether Tibet is a free country or not. No Han Chinese will come to settle in these borders. Tibetans in Tibet have unwavering faith and reverence to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and look up to him as their spiritual guru, and hurting their sentiments might prove detrimental in people-to-people relationship in these border areas. Nepal and Tibet share a lot of things in common, which include the common borders, including the mighty Mount Everest, Sagarmatha in Nepalese, and Chomolungma in Tibetan, along with its one of the first conqueror, Tenzin Norgay, Tibetan by birth, adopted the title Sherpa, and obtained Indian and Nepalese citizen, who made Nepal great on the world map. One of the world's largest and greatest philosopher and thinker ever set foot on earth was Lord Buddha, born in Nepal, obtained enlightenment in India, whose religion is adopted, followed, preserved, and propagated throughout Tibet and outside the world. In the present scenario, Tibetan Buddhism is being followed worldwide, which automatically popularized Lord Buddha, and so is Nepal. His Holiness has played the pivotal role in spreading the message of Lord Buddha's philosophy of love, karuna, and compassion, which has great appeal to the world community. Thanks to all the great scholars, monks, and Rinpoches in their effort to keep the legacy alive. His Holiness always says, India, Nepal, and Bhutan have given us such a wonderful host when Tibet lost its independence in the year 1959, and we should always be grateful to the people and government of these countries. He categorically stated that we should never ever engage in any activity which goes against the interest of our host nation. Tibetans have always been loyal to their host nations. Tibetan diaspora in Nepal contributed immensely to the social, culture, and economic activities of the country. They did not depend on the government for their sustenance. Rather, they worked tirelessly to make the ends meet. Initially, they opened up small restaurants to sell their indigenous food like momo, thukpa, chang, etc. to earn their livelihood. And later on, many of them switched over to their age-old Tibetan carpet-making business. And many carpet-weaving factories were opened in large scale, which gave a lot of employment to the local people as well. It helped raise the socio-economic status of both Tibetans and general Nepalese people who were engaged to work in these factories in large scale. So I humbly urge my Nepalese media friends to refrain from making irresponsible remarks, especially on His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Thanks.